Want to know how to lower your property taxes? And you're going to love this week's video. Well, it's that time of year again. Property assessments are coming out, and for 99 and a half out of 100 of you, it's going to be higher than last year. And so oftentimes there are adjustments that are higher than what they should be. And so if you've gotten your assessment recently and you're looking at it thinking, man, it doesn't feel like it should be that much, then this video is going to be great for you, because I'm going to show you how you can protest that valuation. In fact, we had someone come to us this year already. They got their assessment. Their home was being assessed an additional $40,000 increased in value. And they were just like, Jim, this is not right. It doesn't feel like it's justified for the neighborhood. He even shared with me the neighbor's home next door. And we dug it up and looked at it. That home is currently assessed about $40,000 less than his, and it's a bigger home. And so, guys, assessments, appraisals, they're an opinion of value. So that's what someone's opinion is of that home and its worth. And so it's good to fight that if that opinion feels wrong. And today I'm going to give you some great tips that we helped a recent homeowner, and in previous years have helped other homeowners to get their property taxes lowered. All right, so the first step you have to take is you need to get a new property valuation, okay, from an outside source, right? So the county has given to you what they think that your home should be worth now with the recent sales in the area. And if you think that's wrong, then you need to give them a different valuation and say, hey, look, here's something that shows you that maybe the number should be different, okay? Two ways you can do that, two ways that I know of. The first one is you can contact an appraiser. They'll come out, charge you about $500, and come into your home, schedule an appointment, do all those things. That's one way. The other way, if you give me a call, I'd be happy to give you one for free. We can hop on a phone call. If you give me some updates about your home and tell me some things about it, if I haven't been over for a while or if we've never met before, then I can get what I need to put together a valuation from recent sales in the area, okay? So that's the report that you're gonna need to present to the county. You gotta have evidence, right? We all feel like our taxes are way too high, but we can't just go into the assessor's office and wham, cry, this isn't fair, our taxes are too high. We all know that, right? But we gotta give them some kind of evidence that says, hey, look at this, here's some recent sales, here's why I feel that my current valuation for this coming year has been too high. So the way we do that is, again, we get 3 recent sales from the area. So if there's not 3 homes that have sold in your neighborhood that are comparable to yours that help to justify a lower valuation, then there's not much you can do about it, okay? So oftentimes the assessor, they're gonna do that same thing, right? They got to your valuation by looking at 3 recent sales in your neighborhood, okay? And sometimes they're looking at the wrong homes, right? Sometimes they're not connecting the right dots, and so that's how they get to a higher valuation than what they should be. And so if there are homes in the area that justify a lower valuation, then that's what we can use in that new report to show them, hey, look, here's the 3 homes you probably should have been looking at, and this is how we can help move the needle forward for you. But if there's not that, then you're kind of stuck with the valuation that you have, right? If all the comps that we find in the area are justifying that home value, we make the adjustment for the different number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footages. We do all those adjustments in the report, and we come out pretty close to or right at where the assessor says, then you're kind of stuck, right? That's our biggest play there is to give them that. And so your other option, if your age is high enough and your income is low enough, then you may qualify for the Nebraska homestead exemption. That's one other way that you can exempt yourself out of some taxes, but again, you've got to meet the age and income requirements to get that. All right, so the next step is you're going to file your protest with the county assessor's office. Now, if you live in Sarpy County, you can start first with the informal protest of the valuation, and that's just basically stopping by their office, bringing a copy of that report and any other information that would help to justify your case, and helping them to see, hey, look, here's what I'm seeing when I look at recent sales, and this is why I feel like the assessed value for this coming year is higher than it should be, and I really feel like it should be a lot closer or right at this number that we've got here in this report. And you'll do that through the informal period, which goes up and through the end of May. Now, if they don't make any changes to it after that, when you've had a conversation with them, presented the material, then you would need to go into the formal complaint process, and that starts on June 1st. Now, make sure you submit a Form 422 in the month of June. If you don't submit that form in the month of June, you're going to miss the opportunity to protest your taxes, and you can't go back and protest them in previous years, right? So if you don't get it in June, you're just stuck with the valuation that they give you. So make sure you do that. Douglas County, same process, but just no informal part of it, right? So you just need to wait till you get your valuation card, and then on June 1st, also you're going to file a form that gets you in to meet with the appraiser, the assessor, and sit down and have your kind of day in court, if you will, present your information to them. But same thing, you've got to submit that documentation in June in Douglas County to make sure you get your appointment so that you can have your day in court and protest your property valuation. All right, here's a few tips for winning. So when you're going to sit down with the assessor and the appraiser, whether that's on the informal side or the formal complaint side of things, be confident, be assertive, but don't be belligerent, okay? They're not out to get you. They're not trying to nickel and dime you, right? Sometimes we feel that way with the way the taxes continue to go up on our homes, but that person's just doing their job, right? And if you make an enemy out of them, why would they want to help you, right? Again, an assessment or appraisal, it's an opinion of value, right? And if you put a bad taste in their mouth and you come in guns blazing, they may not be apt to help you, regardless of the paperwork that you provide to them. So make a connection with that person. Be friendly, but be confident in what you have in your report and the information. If you've had a conversation with us and we've helped you put together a report, we'll give you some talking points on some things that you should mention, some things that I noticed in the recent sales in the area, and we'll help you to have that conversation confidently to make sure that you're having your day in court. But again, be friendly. They're not the villain in the situation. You're just trying to make a correction to someone's opinion, okay? And when you make that connection, when you come with confidence, you're not being belligerent, you're not making an enemy, you're gonna find you're gonna have a lot more success, right? There's the old adage that honey attracts a lot more flies than vinegar, right? And so be like honey, right? Don't be the vinegar that repels everything. Be a little bit sweet, but be confident when you're sitting down with that assessor. Well, I hope this video has been helpful for you to learn how to fight your property tax valuations and hopefully get your taxes lowered this year. We love helping people, right? And that's why we do this for free. That's why we make these videos, is to give you good information so that when you're out in the marketplace, you're equipped to make good decisions and help put your family in the best situation possible. We also love helping people buy and sell homes. So if you know someone that's considering buying or selling a home, it'd be an honor to serve them. It'd be an honor if you pass my name and number out to them and tell them to give us a call. My name is Jim Hare from Hare Homes Realty Group, Keller Williams, Greater Omaha. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have questions about today's video, or if you've got some things that you'd like to know about the market or buying or selling a home, comment below and let us know. I'd love to make sure I'm making videos that are relevant for what you have questions about, to make sure you're best informed to make a really good decision for your family's future. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. God bless you and have an amazing day.